Right, so I'm going to do this video just so I've done it and it's out there, okay? Now, there's going to be loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of channels out there who will think I'm talking about them. But I'm talking about them as a collective, okay? Because the chances are I don't even know who some of these channels are who mention me in a negative light. I don't like doing these kind of videos. This is not what I do, and I'll probably never ever do it again. But just so it's out there, just so some of these channels who are running around talking about me, thinking that they have some kind of influence, I'm letting you know that I probably don't even know that you exist. That's the truth of it. And the occasional video that people will tell me about, oh, this channel said this about you, Sporting Icons, this channel said that about you, and blah, blah, blah. Again, I don't know what it is you want me to do about it. You want me to do a response video? People who've been subscribed to me for quite some time, you know I don't do response videos. I ain't into this whole online beef. I ain't into it. I never have been. In fact, in the three and a half years that I've been doing uploads here on YouTube, I probably responded to 3 channels maybe in that time. 3. And as far as I'm aware, they haven't even come back to me about them, because I'll just verbally destroy you. I'll go to the point where I'll really hurt your feelings. Now, maybe they have responded. I don't know, because once I know a certain channel has said something negative about me, I will never ever watch their content again. I only watch content from those who I'm subscribed to, and those who I am subscribed to will know that I am, because once in a blue moon, I'll drop a comment. I'll join their live stream, say hello. Okay, so they will know who it is I'm subscribed to and who it is that I'm not. If you have never ever seen me throughout your entire history of dropping a comment on your channel, then I'm not subscribed to you. That's all it is, okay? And again, I know there's loads of channels out there who have been giving me shout outs and that. Again, I only know about it because certain people tell me about them. If I'm not subscribed to you, I won't know about it. I'm not being mean about it. It's just that I'm not one of these channels who goes around watching everybody's content. I've never been that way. I didn't know who was who when I first started. I was unaware that there's even a community of sorts here on YouTube. I didn't know about them. I didn't know not one person in boxing when I first started. Not one. As in, well, I knew of these people, of course, but I didn't know anybody on a personal level. I didn't have a contact with any people in the boxing game. I didn't even have a friend who knew somebody in the boxing game. All the contacts that I've had, I've built myself. People approach me because they like me. Some I will probably never get to interact with because maybe they don't like me, and that's absolutely fine. But these channels with little dick complex, you're mentioning me because I live in your head rent free. So your little willies may be twitching right now thinking I'm responding to you specifically, but I'm not. There's a collective of you all doing the same thing, saying the same thing. It's boring. You're not doing anything groundbreaking, innovative. I'm doing things that other channels ain't doing. No, you're not. You're not. You're just unaware that these other channels are doing it because they are as insignificant as what you are. That's all it is. I'm not a big channel. 50,000 subscribers is not a huge channel. It's not. In boxing terms, it's a decent sized channel. It's decent. It's enough to make a bit of a wave, to make a little bit of a splash. That's all it is. And again, I've only been doing it a very, very short time. So those who say Sporting Icons this and Sporting Icons that, well, why are you mentioning my name specifically? Why? Because you want what I have or what you think I have, but I don't have anything. I'm not a bad guy. I don't know why you would feel the need to mention me in your videos. Again, those of you who keep telling me about this channel, this channel, this channel, and this channel, I kind of wish that you wouldn't, because I don't need to know them. I don't need negativity in my life. I don't need it. I've got enough of it. With my little boy and his condition, I've got enough sadness and that around me that I don't need these kind of people. I don't need it. My natural instinct is to bite back. People, some of them, they put me and Hatman in the same category. Sporting Icons and Hatman Strikes Back, blah, blah, blah. They're on the Matchroom payroll, blah, blah. You do know that me and Hatman, we don't talk to each other, right? We don't know each other like that. I think I popped into his live stream a couple of times, and I think that we follow each other on social media, but we don't interact. So again, why are you putting me and Hatman in the same bracket? I don't know. I have no problem with Hatman, and as far as I'm aware, Hatman has no problem with me. He does him, I do me, like many other channels. You do you. That's it. But by mentioning me and Hatman, who is a much bigger channel than I am, by the way, and he's very, very good at what he does. I'm a big fan of his. I'm a subscriber of his. I have no idea if he's a subscriber of mine. I have no idea whatsoever. But by mentioning us two, what you're saying is, me and Hatman, we are what? The biggest channels here in the UK? Is that what you're saying? Are there other channels out there that are bigger than me and Hatman? Outside of IFL and that, of course, but again, me and Hatman, we do boxing news with the occasional interviews and podcasts. IFL, as an example, just do interviews and that. So again, I suppose it's totally different. But you mentioned us because you want your subscribers to feel like you are just as important as what you think that me and him are. We ain't important. We're not doing anything groundbreaking. There are no more innovators here on YouTube. The innovators have already done their innovating. Boxing Beats and Rhymes. He was one of the people who started it. Hatman was one of the people who started it. Blood Boxing was one of the people who started it. And maybe a couple of others. I don't know. I don't really know the history too much. Never really cared for it. Again, because I do me. So if you're mentioning my name in your videos, you seem to want my attention. You want to convince your subscriber base that you are just as good. But if you're not doing the same kind of numbers that I am, that means you're not. You're doing something wrong. And it's not necessarily that there's something wrong with your content, although it may be. If you're talking about subjects that people don't care about and you're not getting the kind of views that you want, then maybe you need to change it. It's not a difficult thing to understand here on YouTube. It's not difficult. If you talk about subjects that people are interested in, people will come. You've heard the saying from that movie Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. That's how it is. That's how it is here on YouTube. Make sure that your title is good. Make sure your thumbnail's good. Your description box is filled out. You've got your tags and this, that, and the other. These are the basic stuff. If you're not doing it, then don't whittle at other people. Are you jealous about the fact that you don't get to interview Barry Hearn? You don't get to interview Eddie Hearn, Dillian White, and most recently with me, like Bob Arum and that. Well, there's a reason why I got to do them. Maybe because I tried. Maybe because I reached out. Maybe they like my content. They like my views. But again, nobody will agree with all my views. That's not what it's about. In fact, I'm pretty sure every single one of my subscribers will not agree with every single video that I do. They won't. Because it's boxing, we're supposed to have difference of opinions. And I believe my subscribers understand that you're not always going to agree with me. But we don't take it personal with each other. Channels out there, if you're mentioning my name, Little Dick Complex. That's all it is, Little Dick Complex. Sport Icons on the Matchroom payroll. No, I'm not. I don't have that kind of relationship with Eddie Hearn. I don't know him like that. Anthony Joshua has never featured on my channel. That will tell you that I'm not on the Matchroom payroll, right? But even if I was, what business is it of yours? If I was these sporting icons, I swear I'm going to put it on him and bang him out. No, you ain't. Little dick man. You ain't going to do nothing. Anybody who feels the need to try and macho themselves up online means you ain't like that in real life. Tough guys don't need to say that. Tough guys don't need to try and convince people they're of a certain kind of ilk. Because you're not. If you think differently, fine, no problem. If I know who you are and I know that you've said something negative about me, no problem. I'll put it on you myself. And let's see how tough you are. If you are a tough guy, you'll kick my ass, no problem. Otherwise, you're getting your ass kicked. One of the two is going to happen. I have no fear of anybody. Again, any channels out there who want to try and call me out, why is it that I've never once received an email from you? I'm not hard to get hold of. Go to my website. There's a link on every single video. There's a contact section. If you're a channel, if you want something, contact me. But nobody ever has. Not one channel has ever done it. So all these hated channels out there, you ain't going to do nothing. But even those who say, man, I'd love to spar sport and icons. Okay, what numbers are you bringing? You ain't, because you're a shitty little channel. There's a reason why you're a shitty little channel. Because you're crap. It's very simple. Sport and icons is tall, sport and icons is short, sport and icons is fat, sport and icons is skinny, sport and icons is old, sport and icons is young, sport and icons is black, sport and icons is white, he's Asian, he's blah, 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 blah. People seem to think that they have an inkling about me. You don't. You don't know what I look like. And there's a reason for that. Because My videos are about me. Again, those who say, well, Sport and Icons, he never shows his face. Okay, I wouldn't mind, but a lot of these guys don't either. But for me, it's about the content. If you're showing your face, and big up to you, by the way, any channels out there who show their face and do the videos, the camera looking at them, big up to you. That's you doing you. That's fine. That's fine. But if you're complaining that I don't, then I'll kind of look at you and say, well, you're doing it for one of two reasons. You haven't got a clue what you're doing with editing, or number two, you want to be famous. I don't want to be famous. By the way, 50,000 subscribers is not going to make me famous at all. But clearly you're jealous. That's all it is. I don't mention you in videos. So why you mention me? There's going to be quite a few channels out there right now making responses. So he's definitely talking about me because he said this, that and the other. I ain't talking about you. Not specifically, I ain't. I'm talking about people as a whole because you're actually the same. I know what Sport and Icons looks like. No, you don't. I know Sport and Icons' name. No, you don't. You don't. And there's a reason why you don't. Because those who have asked my name, I will give them generic names. I have a list of who it is that I've told certain names. So if anything ever did come out, I know where it come from. And I can approach that person and say, yo, what you doing? And only those who I'm friendly with on a personal level will know anything about me on a personal level. Because I trust them. I know that they wouldn't go out and do something. And again, I hear so many channels saying how they're friends with this person and that person and blah, blah, blah. They're really good friends. I consider them my friends. Yet some of these people, I know these people personally. And I've said, yo, you didn't tell me that till you were friends with this channel here. And they go, no, I ain't. I don't know them. I think I met them once. So again, don't believe everything you hear. Those who say, oh, I have contacts here and I have contacts there and this person's my friend, are probably lying. If their so-called friend has never featured on their channel, there's probably a reason why. Okay, they're lying. So many uploaders out there seem to think that they have inside information, or they pretend they have inside information. Again, little dick complex. That's all it is. You're trying to make yourself out important. For me, I don't talk about myself. I talk about the content of the video. That's what I do. I'm not an arrogant person. I'm not up my own arse. I don't look down on people. Although those people who do talk about me, I do look down on. You're just insignificant to me and I don't think about you again. And trying to create your fake accounts, trying to come into my comment section, are you going to make a response to this particular channel after they called you out? No. No, of course not. I'm not going to give them the attention that they want. They're insignificant to me. They don't mean anything to me. The only time that they will ever get my reaction will be in a serious way. And I don't necessarily mean physically. To get my attention, you will have to say something pretty disgusting about me, about my wife, about my kids. Then you may get my response, but it won't be the response that you think you're getting. Where you think I'm going to come out on video and give you some kind of traction to send people over to watch you. That ain't going to happen. You'll get a little knock on the door from the authorities. If you want to try and put pictures of me without my permission, my details without my permission, my wife, my children without my permission, if somehow you ever did find out, you'll get a little knock on the door from the authorities with a letter that I am suing you. Because if I haven't given out information, then you don't have permission. If you want to try and slander me, call me a paedophile, things like that, I will sue you. It's as simple as that. You can have an opinion about me. You can have an opinion about my content. You can disagree with some of my subjects, and that's fine. I can respect you for that because you're having your own mind. I can respect that. But if you do it in a hateful way, I'm just not going to respond to you. If you do it in a severe, disgusting way, then the response that you get won't be the one that you like. Trust me, and you will regret it. It's as simple as that. So trying to get my attention isn't going to work. You can keep on making your videos, talk about me. Again, I'm not talking about you specifically. As much as you would love the thought that I do, well, it's pretty obvious you're talking about me. I ain't talking about you. Look around, look around. There are loads and loads of channels talking about me in a negative way. You're all the same. You're saying the same thing. Are you programmed that way? Is your stupidity programmed that way? You are uneducated. Some of these people, I've seen that they even done GoFundMe accounts and things like that. People send them to me. Again, I don't know what it is you want me to do with it. Because again, I don't call people out online. I don't care if somebody's done this, that and the other in their own personal life, if they're creating fund accounts and they're lying about their age and, oh, this channel is really this and this channel is really that. I don't care. Again, these people make the same kind of mistakes. And the very, very few that I may go, you know what, I'll watch that one. I've heard them make some stupid mistakes. They say how they're in their mid-30s, but yet say that they've been boxing ever since they started at the age of 13 and they've been doing it for 30 years. Well, 13 plus 30 is 43, right? So how can you be 35 years old or whatever? See, spastics is what they are. Spastics. Anyway, it is what it is. It's something a little different, isn't it? I don't make these kind of videos. I know some people won't like hearing them, but it is what it is. If you've got a little dick complex, no problem. Contact me. Why are you not reaching out to me? Why not? Because you're scared, because you want to try and give an impression that you're something big online. You're not big online. It's a jealous little person. That's all you are. You're jealous. You will never, ever get what you think that I have. You will never grow because of how you are, because of your content. When you hate, you will attract haters. That's all you'll do. And there isn't that many haters out there. There's a few, but there's more people out there who are supportive than hating. And especially in these times with everything going on in the world, you think people would be a bit more respectful, wouldn't you? But they're not. I make a video and suddenly these small little channels seem to think I'm making a video because they made a video. Really? Really? And again, I'm seeing them in my comments. Are you making this video because this other channel did it? Hell to fuck no. Of course not. Of course not. I'm not usually the first person to come out with some kind of videos. Not at all. Again, I wouldn't know that these other channels have done it because I don't watch these channels. That's the simple truth of it. Like it, don't like it, couldn't give a monkeys. It is what it is. For all the channels out there who don't chastise me, big up to each and every one of you. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.